This morning, Hillsborough County School Superintendent is headed to Miami. He's there to answer to state education officials about a controversial book purge.
Yeah, Superintendent Van Ayers is under fire from his own school board after removing 600 books from school libraries without their input. The move could cost the district hundreds of thousands of dollars. 10 Tampa Bay's Nick Volturo live for us this morning in Tampa with more on what's at stake today. Good morning, Nick.
Yeah, Jameson, Caitlin, good morning. Yeah, Superintendent Van Ayers is on his way to Miami after state education officials called for the removal of 6 books that were still on library shelves and the timeline and speed to remove those books. In response, Van Ayers removed hundreds of books off the shelf without consulting the board and now is facing a wave of criticism. And that move came after Florida's Attorney General called several books still on the shelves patently pornographic. Now, Ayers ordered a sweeping review, but he didn't consult with the school board first. Now the district is facing a potential $500,000 cost to review those books, and board members say they were left in the dark. Ayers says he stands by his decision, but he admits he could have handled the communication differently.
I just wanted to be decisive in my action. I'll learn from that, but I still feel like the decision I made was the best decision for the students of Hillsborough County to ensure that we have no inappropriate materials in our libraries. With my communication to the board, I'll do better moving forward.
Now, Ayers does admit that he did not communicate this well at all, but he still does defend his decision. Now he's going to have to answer for state education officials on why several books still remained on the shelf that were deemed pornographic.
Nick, this has been a back and forth for quite some time now, though. So in today's meeting, do we know exactly what they're going to be discussing?
Yeah, definitely, Caitlin. This has been a back and forth, we could say, for years about some books that are on the shelves that have been called into question by parents and, of course, state leaders. So one of the things that the agenda talks about is just defending that decision of why these books still remained on the shelf. Obviously, the Florida Attorney General went through 6 titles that he described as patently pornographic. Van Ayers is going to have to defend why those books are still on the shelf. What has taken so long to remove those books from the library? And of course, we're going to have to still keep up with this purge of those hundreds of books from the own school board. So there's a lot to get to. That meeting will be taking place later today. For right now, reporting live in Tampa, Nick Volturo, 10 Tampa Bay.
Yeah,